Hello, now it's live. Hello. Nice to be here. Nice to see you. I hope lots and lots of people pop on to say hello on StreamYard, YouTube. It would be lovely to see some of you. I think there's one other platform, but I can't remember what it is. I'm going to do some readings today, some tarot and oracle readings. I look forward to seeing who's here. Say hello. And if you have a question, I'm happy to take questions. No health, no legal, no fertility questions. Other than that, I'm good with it. If you have a question, maybe I will answer it. We'll see. How's it going? Pop in. I know it takes a few minutes for the chat to get going. So in the meantime, I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Coffee time. How is everybody? I'm looking forward to doing some readings. Where are you? Where are the humans? Where are the people that come? No comments at all. Let's have a little look there. I know that they'll be here in a minute. Takes a few. Low. Okay. Nice to see ya. Thanks, Stace. Hi, Trace. How you doing? How's it going, Tracy? Are you well? Nice to see you again. Right then. I hope lots and lots of people come on and ask for a reading. Or just say hi. You don't have to have a reading. You can just come on and say hello. Or you might want to start a conversation. Who knows? You might just want to. You might be feeling a bit down and it's like, this is my community. Let's pop on and say hi and be with other people with like mind. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm good. Thank you, Tracy. Very nice to see you with your fox. Looking forward to seeing who else pops on, Trace? It's nice to hang out here once a week. It's very nice. I hope other people are doing it too. It's 11 o'clock where I am. 4 o'clock in the UK. Let's see. Hi, Tammy. How's it going? Tracy. Okie dokie. I will pull for you, Tracy, right now. Oh, thanks, Stace. Stace is a doll. We love Stace. So now we've got Stace and Trace. Got Stace and Trace. Right, Tracy, I'm going to pull you an oracle card because I feel like it. Tracy. Right then, this one is for you. You're very welcome, Tracy. That's for you. Okay, this is called Guarding the Nesting Ground. I'll show you it. It's very much about, you know, keeping your counsel. It's very much about the way that you live and the way who you allow into your life, who you allow into your space, your home, your inner circle, really. This is very much about making sure that who you are hanging out with, what you do is very important, that you vet everybody, you know. You don't just let anybody into your confidence. You don't let anybody into your home. And that includes people that knock on the door or that ring you, you know, cold callers. It includes everybody. It's very much about making sure that your home is the safest place that it can possibly be. That's not to say it isn't, but it's just about being extra vigilant around the characters that you have around you, the characters that, even secondhand characters, you know, like my friends' friends. You want to be sure that they're all like decent, really, because it's important. It feels like this has come into your thinking recently, actually, that you're starting to think, I don't need as many people as I thought I do. Sometimes, like, people, like, they have lots and lots and lots of friends, but for you, I don't feel like you need lots and lots and lots, but you do need some very good ones, and you need to be very clear about them, who they are, who you invite in, how you allow them to interact with you. Okay. This is very much about that, and it's important. I mean, we forget that sometimes. Sometimes we like quantity over quality. So I'm going to leave that with you. Bless your heart. Right then, Tammy, I will pull you a tarot. I know you've been here before, and I will get to more of you. It's lovely to see you. Hi, Julie. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Aaron. I will pull for you right now, Tammy, oh, thanks, Natalie. I will pull for you a tarot card, not an oracle card, a tarot card. Right then. Tam, Tammy Cox vote. Is that? Tammy Cox vote. I'm putting for you tarot cards. Right then. To do it with that face. Tammy. The Queen of Wands. Right, snap. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, this is interesting. I must tell you. This, I will show you. This is interesting. It's almost like something has gotten you down. It's all right. I was going, it's the other way. Left to right. I can't see if it's in the mirror or the opposite. So this is very much about something that's dimming your light at the moment. And it's almost like you've got to sort of put it away and start again. So for you to be the Queen of Wands, it's like, I'm on it. I'm the life and soul. I'm very able to kind of move into all sorts of circumstance with different people, parties or funerals or whatever it is. I know what to do. I know how to speak. I'm full of verve, full of joie de vivre, if you like. But there's something that's come along right now, and it almost is like it's not doing it for you. Come down the bottom and tell me if you understand. Hi, Donna. Hi, Angela. Hi, Kay. Come down the bottom and tell me if you understand, because then I can carry on a little bit longer. Because it's very, hi, Tammy. It's very much about choosing your next opportunity wisely. Now, this rabbit's been offered a carrot, and he's like, don't want it. Don't want it. I'm not feeling that carrot. But really, he might see another carrot that he prefers. So for you, I want you to kind of make very good choices, even though things come upon, like, not every option is a good choice for you. And it's almost like sometimes we've got nothing we've got offered, and sometimes we've got too many offers. And therefore, for you, it's very important. I need to see your energy. When I'm working with someone, I really need to see them. Otherwise, I'm talking to myself in a way. Because I do feel like there are some more opportunities to bring you back to where you were and where you'd like to be. Great, Tammy. Because I feel like once you make the right choices, and I feel like you will listen to your instinct around that, you will actually, there'll be new opportunities that you hadn't even thought of. And it's good to guard your energy and not to necessarily go, yes, I want this, I want that. No, because this is what the Queen of Wands would have done once upon a time. And it's almost like you've learned through knocks that you shouldn't do absolutely everything that you've been offered. I like that for you. Hi, Andrea. All right, then, let me see where I am. Aaron. Aaron. I've Aaroned myself into a stupor. Right then, Arony round. I'm going to pull you a tarot cardie, a tarot cardigan. Here we are, Aaron. This is for you. I will read lots of you. Don't worry. I've got an hour. Aaron. There we are. Okie dokie, matey. I like this. I like this. And I like this. And I like that. Right. So you've got two, matey. Come down the bottom. Be ready to say you understand. So this is a do-over for you. This is not even a do-over. I can't do it in the mirror. I'll do it this way. This is the fuel. The fuel. My light is shining on it. This is very much about you starting over, and it speaks to like it bringing a change of fortune for you. I feel very much, because I've got the Wheel of Fortune. It's almost like this is something you've almost been hoping for. I feel like there's a little bit of a dream going on. Like I would love to pick myself up, do this thing that I would like to do, and I haven't really had an opportunity to do it, or something's come along and stymied what you've been doing before, and it doesn't speak to what it is. It's just a new thing that you could do, and you don't take any previous experience into the mix. You kind of do it with a fresh outlook and a lovely feeling of newness. And it's funny, really, because there could be somebody coming back from the past. It's almost like there's an opportunity to pick up with somebody that you knew before, but it would be new again. It's not like you pick up where you left off. It's brand new, and that's quite an interesting concept for you. 1111, make a wish. I feel for you that you does this make sense, Aaron? So it could be that it's going to be somebody that's going to come back into your life that you've known from childhood, that you knew a long time ago, or that you kind of it just fizzled out. I don't feel like there was arguments with this person, but I do feel it's like I get an opportunity to do something that I can't get the light right. I get an opportunity. Okay, well, look out for that, please. It's an opportunity to do something over, and like the wheel of fortune talks of change, inevitable change. So there might be something that you want to let go of, and something that you would. Why is it Holly asking Andrea? So it's something that you might like to let go of in order to let something else be. And it's very much about going with the flow. It's not about trying to hold on too tightly and to try and influence things, Aaron. So I'll leave that with you. I feel like it will become something that you can understand as time goes on. Right then. Let me see where I'm at. I'm going up the top. Michelle Graham, are you here? I'm going quite high up on the scrolling. Michelle Graham, I'll work with you if you're still here. Hope you are. Michelle. If not, don't worry, I'll move on. Michelle Graham, you are. I feel like you are. There you are. Are you still here now? You're welcome, Aaron. I feel like it will become obvious. Have a sip of coffee. Michelle, goody gumdrops. Right, then let me pull for you some tarot. Michelle, what do you need to know? And also I do take questions. I'm happy to take questions from people as long as it's not health, legal, or fertility. Michelle. It's a shame when someone says they don't know at the time, but actually it becomes obvious over time. But then, of course, I'm not there to say, see. So if it, come back and tell me. Right then, Michelle. Two of Swords. Okay. All right. So I've got some interesting cards for you. The Two of Swords and the High Priestess, which I will show you. This is about you making a choice based very much upon your intuition. It's almost like there's something staring you in the face that you don't. Oh, I've already started, mate. Is my job worth it? Yeah, you need to have asked the question before I pulled the cards, mate. Is my job worth it for me to stay? So I'm going to give you what I've got for you because I got that afterwards. All right. So this is very much about you using your intuition to know what you need to do for yourself. And it's almost like you have a decision to make. And I've seen the question afterwards. So if you feel like the decision, you need to make it based on your best thinking. And also how you feel in your heart. But then this is much deeper than that because the High Priestess talks to your intuition. And I do feel like I'm glad you're, the fact that you're asking me that, I feel like you already know. And the High Priestess is very much about what do you already know? Do I go in? Do I do a little bit of meditation to find out how I really feel about this? Because this is like all business. This is like, I'm not listening. I'm la. And I don't want to make a decision because I don't want it to be the wrong one. But actually, I don't feel like you will make the wrong decision because sometimes not doing anything is worse than staying in a situation you're not sure about. Do something, you say. And then you said, is it worth it for me to stay? It's a little bit like maybe not. Maybe it's not worth you staying if you feel like that's really what you could do. I feel like you could probably branch out. Let me see what the card on the bottom was. It's the Page of Wands. It's almost like you've got a yearning to do something different. The card on the bottom also speaks to kind of your intuition, to the way that you know you could do something better for yourself, but you haven't quite gotten out of the funk of staying where you are. And there would be a better job for you. Is my job worth it for me to stay? It depends. Sometimes remuneration isn't the thing. It's not all about the money. It's about the quality of life. It's very much about how you feel at the end of every day, if you feel depleted or not. But you think, oh great, I'm getting paid, but you could do that somewhere else and come back from work feeling happier. So maybe it is time to think about getting another one or leaving that one. Hi Mandy. Hi Holly. Welcome. Whereabouts in Florida? It is. I know it is. Rent and everything is just mad here. I know. I feel like you could do better and you know it, but it's scary to do it. So get something before you leave that thing. And whereabouts in Florida are you? Right then, let me see where I'm at. It's very nice to see you all. Thank you everyone for popping in. I know that lots of people don't necessarily know about StreamYard, but if you want your comments to be seen, you go through StreamYard and then we will see them. Right then, where are we? Julie Briers, are you there, matey? I'm not going in any order, but if I see a comment, I will, and I'm drawn, I'll go there. Julie. You're welcome, Michelle. I want to know where you are. Right then, Julie. Central, okay. Right then. I drink slowly because it splashes back. Right, Julie Tarot. Yes. Central Florida, Palm, but okay. I know the Sarasota, Bradenton area a little bit. Right, and St. Pete's that way. Tampa Bay area, really. Julie. Majula. Right then, let's have a look. Hello, Mariana. How are you? Right, Julie. This is for you. Come down the bottom. Tell me if you understand, Julie. Right, I have to say it like that. King of Cups and the Magician. Ooh, okay. Hi, Ariana. Yeah, North London. A North London accent I got. Right then. So this is interesting because it's the same animal and that doesn't happen very often in this deck. So it's very much about bringing together. This is okay. So the Magician will speak to you of your skills and absolutely being on top of your skills. And it also talks of the compassion that you bring to the party, to what you do. It's very much about your kindness and the way that you would like to motivate yourself moving forward. So it could speak to you maybe wanting to, it could be anything. It could be getting a job. It could be getting into a new relationship. It could be getting into something that makes you feel better about yourself, looking to move from the past into something else. It's very much up to you without a question. This is very much what you need to know is that you can do whatever you want. Because when I see the Magician, this is about, do I have a dream? How do I make it happen? Let's do it. This isn't about sitting on your hands and waiting for things to happen. This is very much about you choosing to do this now, today, this week or next, and doing it with kindness, with love and spiritualist. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Spiritualist. Me too. Is that what you're saying, that makes sense to you for your reading? Because I just feel like with the King of Cups, he's very much the top of his game. He's very much the most intuitive he could be. He hasn't gotten any more. Good. Me too. He hasn't gotten any more. He couldn't get much more spiritual, but what he does with it, that's what's important. So you very much need to kind of get on with it if you're going to be doing healing or readings or mediumship, whatever it is you would like to do, or get to be, get to be more a part of your church. If you're like with the SNU, whoever you're with, then it's kind of more involvement, more dynamism. Is that the word? Being more dynamic, okay, with it, and kind of getting on and on and on. And I know that healing is a passive mediumship because you allow, because I do healing as well, but it's very much about let's find more opportunities to do that. Maybe go with my credentials, get into a hospital or anything like that. You know, it's can I help more people? So it's very much about that. Oh, thank you, Amy. Right then, I'm going to look. Nancy. I will work with you. Nancy. I've got animal here. I've got all animal cards. I think they're all animals. Right. That's the last of my coffee. That put hairs on my chest. Very strong. It's a Bustelo. Those of you in America will know what I'm talking about. Right. Nance. I'm looking to see which card I want to read for you. Rabbits. No, I'm going to give you actual animals, which could be varied rather than just one. Right, Nancy. Any animals? These are all animals. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Oh, that's so nice, Michelle. Thank you. Bless your heart. That's really lovely. Right, Mandy. Nancy. Do you know I'm getting mixed up with... Who am I reading now? Completely forgotten. It's like, oh, shiny. I've gone. I'm like, it's my ADD brain. Where are you? Who was I? Nancy. I'm so sorry. I see Sheard and Shearman, and I'm gone. I see it as the same person. I can't see it. Yes, Nance. Smack my wrist. Smack it. It's bad, isn't it? Yeah. I'm like that all the time, no. I'm either like this or like staring at the wall. Right, Nance, thank you. Oh, a shiny thing, and I'm gone. Nancy, 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 Nancy. Right then, lovely. King of Swords, King of Swords. And then I don't remember who I've read for. So if you say thank you, I go, oh, did I give you a reading? Right, Mrs. The King of Swords and the Ace of Swords. I feel like I want to cut through the things that I'm feeling. I don't care what I'm feeling. I only care what I think. This is quite an interesting because I feel like I've been through it. I feel like things have been quite difficult. I've been through quite a lot. I'm in a position now where I just want to kind of cut through. Michelle and me. Well, I feel very much like I want to cut through the dross. I want to sort of start again. I want to sort of forge ahead. I don't want to kind of be caught up in anyone else's emotions. Leave me alone. Go away with your emotions. You're getting on my nerves. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. Take your emotions to someone else. I've got work to do. I'm all business. I feel like I want to be all business. I don't want to go down the route because it could be easy to sometimes go, ooh, poor me, but you're not that. That's not where you're at. I do feel like you're in a position now where you've kind of mopped up and you're like, right, sleeves up, roll up the sleeves, let's get on, let's forge ahead, let's make something, let's learn more, let's use my experiences for the good, for my own good. But obviously when you have experiences for your own good, you can always offer them to other people. And I do feel as though it's about making choices. It's about making decisions based on your best thinking, because when we do make a decision, as I've said earlier, it's very much that if we make a decision, it's better to be on the move than it is to be stagnant. And sometimes the stagnation feels so much worse than even making a bad decision. But I don't think you will make a bad decision. I think you'll make good decisions, but you need to kind of get on with it so that you can start the next chapter, because I feel like the last chapter was quite difficult. There was some there was like lots of decisions and choices to make. So it needs to be done with a clear head, with a clear mind, not based on whimsy or other people tugging on your heartstrings. Don't let that be the deciding factor for you, Nance. I do feel like one at a time, obviously, one at a time, cut through straight to the heart of it, you know. Don't get caught up in the details. There will be a nub of it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Manned, was it? Was I with manned? Manned. 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 Mandy. Are you there, Mandy? Mandy. Hope that made sense for you, Nance. I feel like I'm on EastEnders. Hands up who's in England. I'm not. But hands up who's in England. Who's in America? Nance. Good. Oh, bless you. I'm so sorry. Hi, Eva. I'm very sorry for your loss, Nancy. So that's why I feel like you need to be all business, and so that you can do what you need to do and clear-headed. And I can't stipulate enough that you need to do one thing at a time. Don't get overwhelmed, Nance. Hello, Wales. Hello, England. Hello, Scotland. We're everywhere. Hello, Yorkshire. Right, Mand. I feel like I want to pull you a oracle card. Mand. I talk to everybody like I know them. I don't know any of you, for the record, but I love you all very much. Canada. Love Canada. Gibraltar. Excellent. I'm glad you said that, because I would not have known the flag. I'm terrible with flags. Sweden. Hooray. Oh, bless you, Nancy. Thank you. You have a great day. Right, man. because you probably speak, hey up, Chuck, how are you? Hey up. That's how you speak. That's all you say as well. Baltimore, Maryland. I love the accent in Baltimore. England, moving to Wales. Excellent. Right then. Man who speaks like that. Hey up, love. Hey up, Chuck. Would you like a barn cake? A barn cake? All right, no. Stop it, Lisa. Stop it. Mandy. Man. I made myself laugh now. Florida. Right then, Mandy. This is for you. So this is called Listen to the Little Creature in Your Belly. Now, this is very much about instinct. This is very much about what have I been, that niggling little thought that doesn't go away, or that dream that I have that doesn't go away, that's a recurring dream. Because oftentimes a recurring dream or a intrusive thought is a guide to action, and I feel like it's something you already know. And it's sometimes when like the hackles go up or something happens and someone says something and you instinctively go, but then you brush it aside as if to say, oh, you know what, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, that kind of thing. And actually I would say no. I would say you know better. So I would suggest that when you get this little niggling feeling or of any kind, that you must trust your instincts. And we call that our psychic ability, if you like, instincts or intuition, whatever you'd like to call it. It's really important that you trust that, because it also sharpens it. And when we sharpen it, okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's the one. Let me pull you a quick tarot about that, mind. I'll pull you a quick tarot just to sort of get a more inference. Right, let's have a little looky. Mandy's change of career. I would suggest yes. I would suggest that what you're doing now is kind of not making you feel ideal. It's almost like I don't like the people that I'm working with. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is about to change anyway. So I would get ahead of them. I would get a march on it. It feels like if you don't, it won't go well in the end anyway. So do it. This little creature is absolutely 100% right. This little creature knew. So I would say, please do get on with that and make it your own. Do it as soon as, sort of get excited about it rather than think, oh no, because really I don't really 100% like where you are. Oh, brilliant. Do that. I do animal mediumship, so yeah, I hear you. That's brilliant, matey. Do it. And it's funny that it's an animal sort of card that we picked as well for you, rather than all of the animals. So yeah, please do that. You will absolutely it'll be a brilliant change for you, because it's always in demand. It's always going to be in demand. Brilliant. Right then. Natalie. Where are you, Natalie? Done. Nat done. You're welcome, man. Now I'm turning to Del Boy now. Oh, will me and my person reconnect? Oh, bless you. Let's have a look. Natalie, I'm going to do your pendulum just for the yes no, because that's a yes no, and then if I can find it, I mean it could be anywhere. There it is. And then I will pull you a card, matey, for what you need to know about the situation. All right, so that's yes and that's no. Natalie, will me and my person reconnect? Let's just do that one, okay? Because those are two different questions. Because if you don't reconnect, then the happy future will be without that person. So will me and my person reconnect? Hang on, that's not straight. There we are. No one knows. No one's decided that, other than perhaps that's what you would like. But I do feel as though the person, that isn't where they're at right now. I'm not going to say that you won't, but if it's an ex-person or a person with whom you've had a relationship already, then you might be hankering after something that's built up in your mind to become something other than what it actually is. At the moment, there's no movement. It's a maybe, and I know that that's not a happy answer. You want a yes, but that doesn't mean it won't change. But I wouldn't sit waiting for it. That is what I always say to people when they talk about reconnecting with someone from the past, someone with whom they might have had a relationship already. I don't want you sitting waiting for that. It's almost like my life, and you talked about a happy future, so it assumes that your happy future will be with that person. So therefore, if you're not with that person, maybe your future you feel won't be as happy, but it will, but it would be a different one. So it's kind of like expanding your horizons to perhaps think, what will my life be like without that person, and going after the life that you would like anyway. And that person is not the kind of be all and end all, although sometimes it feels that way. So I don't want you to think that that's everything. At the moment, that isn't what I'm told. I work with my guides very closely, and that's who moves the pendulum, and they will sort of talk to your guides. And perhaps, you know what, sometimes when these things happen, it's for a reason. It's for a good reason, that you actually would have been better because you haven't gone backwards. So right now, not necessarily. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you, Natalie. A happy future is for you, whatever, regardless, regardless of whether or not you're with that person. So, Angela, yes, Angela Wheely, Angie Wheely, I'm with you. Do you understand what I said, Natalie? I don't want you to feel downhearted. I want you to feel empowered, because you've got the future in your hands. I've still got half an hour, so that's excellent. You're welcome, Angela. I'm going to work with you. I'm going to pull you a Oracle card. Angela, for what you need to know, a Oracle card. All right, then. It's very nice to be here. Very nice. Right, Angie Wheely. Angie Wheely. Everybody gets new nicknames. All right, Ange. Okay, so I'll show you. I'm just going to tuck these away because they slip and slide. And when you put one card on top of all the others and they all slide, it's like quite dangerous. They could all go everywhere. So, right, this is called Welcome the Unwelcome. So this speaks to kind of the situations that thrust upon us, that come upon us, that we wouldn't have chosen, but this is what's happening. Let's make the best of it. It's that kind of thing. I don't necessarily feel that, excuse me, my lipstick's running. It's very much about going with the flow for you. When we welcome the unwelcome, it means it's something that we wouldn't have chosen for ourselves, but now it's here. Let's see how we can make this work. Let's make the best of the situation and actually come out on top. So you will know what's happened, what's gone on around you, or what's likely to go on around you. And I feel like this is for all of us. Everybody has situations that come, and it's how we handle it, how we deal with it, from something going wrong like a dripping tap that we can't deal with ourselves, so we've got to deal with it. And it teaches us that we can actually, things can get better, or that we've had a row with somebody and we're really upset about it, but actually we can find a way through it. And this is what it's sort of, the unwelcome teaches us a lot about ourselves, as to what sort of person we are, the gumption that, is that a word, gumption? The gumption that we have, it is now, I think it is, and what we're made of, and sometimes, like me, fall apart quite quickly, but it shows that we can actually step up and deal with situations that come our way that we wouldn't have chosen for ourselves. But you know what, I can deal with this, I'm strong. And that's really where it's at for you. So try and change the situation around to be something that you would consider a positive, even when you don't. But that's not about relentless positivity, which I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of that sort of, let's be positive, we're not allowed to talk about anything sad. That's not what this is. This is about, all right, so this has happened, let's do this, let's deal with it. Okay. I'm not doing medium shit right now. Bless you, Mona Ellie. Right then, so I'm glad that makes sense. Let's see where we're at. I don't think anyone else is here, is there? Anybody else still here that would like a reading? Otherwise, I'll pop off. Let's see where we're at. I'm going to have some water. I only read for people that have said please, of course. Changing a bad experience. Yeah, absolutely. Ah, there you are. Okay, K. K. K Heyman. Hammondtoshen. Right. There we are. K, I'm with you, girlfriend. K. Hi, Donna. I'm not sure if I said hello to everybody. I hope I've said hello to everybody. Right, K. I'm going to pull you a tarot card. There we go. I've still got 25 minutes. Whoops. Whoopsie doodles. Whoopsie. I'm just going to shuffle because I saw those and I don't like seeing them. Right, I'm with you, matey. K. The world. And the Emperor. All right, matey. So this is quite interesting. This is about completion and structure, in short. So this is a bit like, okay, so I've come to the end of one situation. I've dealt with something, something's finished, something's over, something's been done. Now it could be that, you know, we're going into a new phase. We're going to move house. We finished a job. We're going to sort of start over, do something very different. And the way to approach it is with structure. It's very much about, I need to be in control of the next phase of my life. I feel like it's going to be very, very, because I got the Four of Wands, it's going to be quite, there could be a celebration around something. There could be that you're going to feel that you've done well. And it's almost like, let's acknowledge where I've come from, what I've done to this point, how I've dealt with things. And, I feel like you mustn't rush into situations that come upon you now. You must always make sure that you deal with each thing as it comes, and celebrate the small wins as well. Are you understanding any of this? Because if not, it will be something that's coming your way. Because with the world, it's like, okay, wow, I've done it. I've made it. I've gotten through this situation. I've got to the end of something. If not, you will do. It's like planning for the future now. What's the next phase? How do I deal with it? And sometimes we don't know what we're going to do with the next part, but we always have to know that there's a way through by doing things, crossing all your T's, dotting all your I's, making sure that everything you do is always to the best of your ability, not giving half measures, being like a bit zen, a bit calm, because you know that you can't deal with things without when in a sort of state of flux. You need that sort of grounding energy for you to be able to function well. You're a thinker, which is a good thing. You think well. I feel a little bit of a worrier with you as well, but that's okay. Some of us worry a lot, some of us worry a little bit, and some don't worry at all. And I think, well, how does that happen? How do you not worry at all? I'm glad you get it, because it's very much about, I almost feel like I want to make lists. I want to make sure that what I do is I don't miss anything. And it's almost like, I could plan a party, and I feel like I could do that. I could plan something interesting to engage lots of people. And because of the Four of Wands, that's what's making me feel I want to engage with more people, and I want to kind of give praise. I want to give praise where it's due as well. It's really important. But also for you, take the praise, take the win, take the love, and your achievements. You don't underestimate what you achieve ever. It's really important. I'll leave that with you, matey. Donna. Don. I'm with you. Don. You're welcome, Kay. I'm glad you got it. Donna. I'm with Donna Gladwin. You're very welcome. Hi. Right, Don. Hi, Linda. Don. That's yours. Seven of Swords. Good card. High Priestess. Okay, matey. What do I need to walk away from? I'm going to say it to me. What do I know in my heart is not working for me? What is it that I've got to get away from? Where do I need to go? doesn't necessarily matter, but I know that, hi Mimi, I'm good, thanks, how are you? This is not a situation that I want to stay in, and I know it. You know, it's almost like people have been a little bit, I was going to say tricksy, and then Trixie pops up. People have been tricksy, not you, Trixie Star, but people can be a little bit hard to fathom sometimes. And instead of kind of staying with it and fathoming it and trying to give the benefit of the doubt, do you know what? I'm going to let go of it because I know better. This is you, by the way. This is my banana. Hello, everyone. How are you all? Oh, am I on camera? Yes, you are. Oh, sorry. So it's like, I feel like when you know a thing, you sometimes try a little bit harder. You sort of try and stay with it when actually you'd be much better off just to sort of cut your losses and let go. I don't want you to hang on and do something. I don't want you to kind of give the benefit of the doubt where you think, oh, well, you know, they're not well, or they're tired, or it doesn't, oh, they spoke to me badly. It's fine. I'll allow it this one. No, because your boundaries need to be clearer for you. The high priestess, she very much knows what she needs to do. And if she goes against that, if you go against what you know you need to do, then it destroys a little bit of your self-esteem. It takes something from your soul. So you really don't want that. You want to kind of know that you're in the position to move away from it. You don't even have to say anything, really. The 8 of Cups. And I feel like if you don't, it's going to create anxiety for you. So please do pop off and pop away from that which is causing you distress in any way, being spoken to badly, being spoken about, people just being not pleasant. So I'm going to leave that with you, matey. All right, then. Linda. I'll work with you, Linda Wallace. Oh, Mimi. Bless you. You read a card and you said, listen to that song. Yes. Oh, bless your heart. I remember. I feel like we could do a bit of a cord cutting ceremony. I'm going to do that in a minute. Come back to me, Mimi, and just mention cord cutting. But right now I'm with Lindy Lou. Lindy Lou, Lindy Lou, Lindy Lou. You're welcome, Don Don. Lindy. Lindy Wally. Changed everyone's name for them. Linda Wallace, Linda Wallace, Linda Wallace, Linda Wallace, Linda Wallace. That's yours. Okie dokie, matey. There we are. All right, matey. I feel like something quite tricksy and difficult has happened for you recently. I feel as though I'm in two minds. I feel as though I don't know if we've worked together before, and sometimes it could be that I'm reading the same cards again for you because I've said them before, but I have no knowledge of what has ever been said because I work very closely with my guides. But for you, I've got the Tower and I've got Justice. So it speaks to something feeling mightily unfair and difficult. And like, how did that happen? Why did this happen? And it's very much about building up again, really. It's about kind of trusting that things will go the right way, that we'll start to feel more even, more balanced. And I feel like there's decisions for you to make in order for you to prevail, if you will. When things feel difficult, it almost feels as though like there's a lot. It's almost like everything's gone wrong. When one thing goes wrong, it feels like everything's gone wrong. It's like if you've got a bad arm, it makes you ill. It doesn't make you feel like I've got a bad arm, but everything else is okay. It makes you feel as though everything's just like too much. But I do feel like this justice will prevail. It's very interesting that I get the Tower and Justice. It's almost like everything's, in short, it's like everything went wrong, but it's going to be all right. And it is going to be all right. And it's going to be that you've got to make some decisions going forward, because I've got this card speaks to you choosing to see what's in front of you. So I need to make decisions based on what's in front of me, but not on how I feel about certain things. I need to know that the decisions that I need to make, I need to do it now. There are things I need to do that make me, this is very stuck card. This is a stuck card. But when I see that I've got other things with that card, it shows to me that you are able to deal with it. You are able to make decisions. And sometimes forward motion is good enough. You know, feeling stuck I don't feel like you are stuck, but I understand that you feel it. So I would kind of unstuck myself if you were able to go for a little walk and get out into nature and see that there's so much more going on than what happens within the sort of cocoon of our thoughts and our feelings. You know, it's important that we do that, because sometimes our worlds get smaller. When things are difficult, our worlds get more narrow, and therefore by opening the horizon slightly, even just going out with a friend or talking to a friend on the phone or watching some comedy, it actually activates a part of you that you feel more able. And I feel like that's, oh, bless your heart. So even just open the window and listen to the birds and just sort of close your eyes and let yourself drift, or definitely watch a comedy if you can. But if you've got a favorite that makes you laugh, guaranteed. Mine is always Miranda. Miranda makes me howl, and also Laurel and Hardy. So there will be something that makes you laugh, and it will just sort of loosen up a little bit of your energy, that you'll be more able to deal with things. I'm sorry about your injury. So I hope that makes sense for you. Bless you. So I want to just address what Mimi said because of last week. Are you there, Mimi? Because I do feel for you that that's quite a lot of language. Your soul, you know, you're kind of, it's almost like you've got no agency in that. My soul is attached, therefore. So if we would like to separate, we can do a little cord cutting, which would involve you asking Archangel Michael to cut the cord so that you can be free to move on, and that person can be free to move on, and we can be healing ourselves. So that's really all it is, you know. But you're going to have to do it. I'm not going to do it for you because you might not be ready, but you need to know that it's a thing that you should do in order to move forward. I mean, you don't have to, but cord cutting is very much about going in peace and going in love and letting go of that which tethers us. It tethers us to something that is not good for us necessarily. And it's okay to cry and know that that song was definitely for you and about that. And but using the language like my soul is attached, that's quite evocative language. It's quite a lot, rather than I feel quite close to, or I feel that I'm still involved with, or I feel like I have a bit of a tether to that person, because there are lots of soul people. There are lots of people in our soul family. There are lots of people that can make us happy, you know. Thank you, Linda. You're welcome. So that's what I'm going to leave that with you, Mimi. And bless your heart. Trixie, are you here? Trixie Star, are you still here? Trixie. Is Trixie still here? Maybe, maybe not. Otherwise, I will find another one. Yes, you are. Good. I will pull you an oracle card for what you might need to know at the moment. Trixie, nice to see you. It's nice to see everybody. Thanks for popping in. Trixie. Trixie, I like your name. Trixie Star. Good name. Right, Trixie. Said it 150 times now. This is called Restore Innocence. I'll show you. This is for you, matey. This is Restore Innocence. Is very much about going back to childhood in a way. It's about remembering the things that made you happy. It's about kind of before the world got to us. You know, it's almost like when you look at a baby, for example, they're happy in the moment. They haven't got any sort of pressures or responsibilities, and so it's almost like, let's go back to that feeling. It doesn't mean that we haven't got responsibilities, or, you know, we haven't got to do anything, but it does speak to the time when we were innocent and we didn't know what we know now, and we sort of went up to people in the playground and said, can we be friends? And we were friends. You know, it didn't involve lots of trickery or kind of game. You know, you didn't have to have any game. You could just be who you are. And that's very much where this is going back to in certain aspects of your life. And it could be with friends, or it could be in, I don't feel like it's with work, but I do feel it's like, it's just something of you that sometimes you lose because of the pressures of your life. So it's very much about reclaiming that. I feel like for you, that innocence is almost where your creativity is. It's what sets you apart. It's what makes you able to kind of see things in a different way. And when life gets on top of us, which it invariably does throughout the day or throughout the week, you forget that, and then you're sort of stuck and your creativity gets lost. But I do feel quite a lot of creativity with you, Trixie, so therefore I want you to kind of reclaim that. It might mean just sort of drawing or doing something that you would have liked to do, coloring, whatever it is you used to like doing, because that's where the sweet spot is. You'll find you're something of yourself that you haven't seen perhaps for a little while. And it doesn't mean it's lost. It just means putting it back and remembering to keep putting it back. So I'm going to leave that with you, Trix. Thank you very much. Right then, where are we? We both felt we shared something profound. So, bless you. Okay, I understand, Mimi. I do understand. But I feel for you to keep using it. I get you completely. But I do feel to use it, it might make you feel a bit tethered. Oh, thanks, Trixie. You're sweet. It makes you feel tethered. So if you want to stop feeling that, you can come back to that word and say this was a soul connection, but at the moment it keeps you stuck in the feeling that I can't move past it. That's the only reason I say that. Not because it isn't true, but because it's hard to move past it if you use that kind of, if you feel like it's so enormous that it's almost like an obstacle you can't get past. So you can almost live with it and still move on. That's where I'm at for you, Mimi. Okay, thanks, Trixie. You're sweet. But if you would like to perform a cord cutting ceremony, that's probably something that's a good idea. Right then, is anybody else still here? Don't know. I feel like not. You're welcome, Mimi. You're a sweetheart. I feel like I want to write poetry with you. I feel like you could absolutely write some of your feelings down or transmute them into art or do something with them. I really feel like that, because you are a person who feels very deeply about things. So I would very much suggest you use that in some way to write, automatic writing even. Christine, I'm going to pull you. Tarot, Christine with a K, Clayton. Christine. There we are. I've got a few minutes still. Drop us a follow and you'll know where I pop up. Christine. Right then, Christine, Clayton, Page of Swords, Two of Cups. Okie dokie. So when I see the Page of Swords like this, it feels as though we want to start learning. We want to open up. We want to kind of start to get the idea that we need to do something. You know, sometimes we're just kind of going along and everything's actually quite fine. But then I think, oh, then there's something else. There's something more. And I feel like there's something you could be doing with your friends or with some particular friend. It's almost like, can we start opening up this relationship to sort of involve more depth, more talking, more intellect, more kind of sort of meat on the bones? It's almost like I've got this, it's like either that you're going to meet someone or you are friendly with someone, and it's like you want to put more to it. It's interesting because you didn't ask me a question, and I do feel like there's more coming your way, and it's almost like you're discovering that. And we often do. We kind of think, surely there's got to be a little bit more going on than what's going on right now. And it's not when we're bored, but we are in a position where we feel like we're ready for the next part, for the next chapter. And the only warning sign that I have for you is that you don't get too involved with one thing to the exclusion of anything else, because when I have the devil card come along, it's almost a little bit like we start doing a thing and then we get so embroiled with it, so attached to it, that it precludes doing actually some other things. So I want to broaden it out. I don't want to kind of broaden out my horizon and then narrow it down to just one thing, because that would be a mistake. So it's almost like I've told you, you've got to do more, but don't do that more, do this more. It's like more, not just the one thing. So it's sometimes like there's we do get encouraged to kind of spend a lot of time with one friend or one thing, but I feel like that's not necessarily where it's at for you. I feel like there's more than one thing that was going to work for you. So don't just kind of that thing, I'll do that thing and not that thing. Do them all, because it's very important that you kind of do a lot more than you think you can, because the devil does kind of speak to the preclusion of the things that we should be doing, if that makes sense. Yeah, okay, Mimi, no worries at all. I'll leave that with you, Christine. I hope that made sense. Lynn sees. Lynn with two N's. Lynn. Did that make sense, Christine? I need to know if it made sense. Hope so. Because if not, then it's something that's coming your way that you need kind of, I need a bit more in my life, really. That kind of thought. Right then, Linny. I'll let Christine tell me if it made sense, and I'm with Linny. Linny. Let's see where we're at. Good. Glad it did. Right then, Linny Lou. That's yours. I've got the same card. I don't want the same card because it might be the same card, but I'm going to change decks for you so that we know that this is really about you. Because sometimes that's just a sign for me to change decks. The fact that I've got the same card, even though the second card is different, but I don't want to just kind of recycle anything, if you know what I mean. Right, Linny Lou. This is, if it comes out again, then it's definitely yours, but we'll see. Lynn. It didn't come out again. It's a completely different one. Right then. So this, okay. I feel as though this is an interesting one. I feel as though this could be about the people around you, because you didn't ask me a question. This could be about people around you that you kind of need to think, oh, I don't like this for you. I don't understand. I'm going to pull you an oracle card because it's not, there's something about the energy of the cards for you that it's almost like these are not yours. And I don't often do that, but what I am going to do is pull you a card that is what you need to know, because that's more about the people around you that you need to kind of not even be wary of. It's like strong energies. So let me see what you need to do. Let me do that for you. I mean, you might well understand what I've just said about the strong energies, but they're good energies. They are good people. There's like lots of, I need to be moving on. I need to be kind of to myself. I need to be thinking of the future. I need to look after myself in the best way. The future is kind of mine to carve out. And I'm going to give you this card as well. Welcome the unwelcome, which I've had before. Come back down and tell me if I'm waffling or if I'm making any sense to you at all. Welcoming the unwelcome is very much about that which happens in our lives. And I had this card earlier. It's that which happens that we kind of didn't account for. We didn't take it into account. We didn't want it necessarily to happen, or, you know, the little niggles that come up. It's how we approach what we do. It's very much about how do we deal with the things that come upon us that we haven't really invited in. So when something's unwelcome in that way, it's like very much the outcome is dependent on how you handle it. It's like, do I fold or do I rise to the challenge? Do I learn from the experience, or do I just let things get on top of me? But that's not to say that when things are difficult, we don't need a rest. We need to regroup. We do actually need to think to ourselves, all right, so this has happened. I need to kind of think about how best to go forward, but I can utilize my experience. So it's very much that it's an opportunity. And I hate, you know, the relentless positivity, but I do feel it's like a chance for us to learn and grow and see what legs we've got, see the ability that we actually do have to embrace that which we didn't choose for ourselves, which could be anything from like a drip from a tap, which is what I said earlier, or, you know, getting the wrong train, anything that comes upon us that we like, oh my God, what do I do now? And this is what you do now. You decide how to go forward. Quite interesting. And I do want to think about those two other cards that came for you as well. It's very much about the change and the people that we rely on, and the way that we rely on ourselves, and the way that we look after ourselves in lots of ways. It's almost like you need to start thinking about the future now for more, for growth. And that would be financial. It would be, that was your reading, Lynn. Okay, so I'll leave that with you. That was your reading, Lynn. You might need to go back. Mimi, I feel like we've talked quite a lot today. I will leave that there. We're at an hour, so Lynn might need to go back. It's sort of like at 5 minutes to the end. Lynn, that was for you. So I would say ta-ta. Thank you for coming. Please do pop back next week. I'm sending lots of love. Please do drop me a follow. And if you would like to work with me privately, then please do come into my inbox and discuss terms with me. Lots of love. God bless.